Hi everyone, welcome back. It's the Louis Vuitton Princess, and today I am here with a pretty terrible update. There's no way around that. It finally happened to me the day that I have been dreading for basically ever. And if you are not aware of what I'm talking about, I am referring to the fact that 2 days ago, Instagram randomly decided to suspend my main account. My main account on Instagram is the Louis Vuitton Princess, the same name as this page. Some of you guys have been following me from the very beginning. I started that page 7 or 8 years ago at this point, and over 7 and 8 years I amassed tens of thousands of followers on Instagram. It was all very sudden, like without warning. I was going through my regular daily routine. I went out to lunch, came back, and was just going to, check my personal phone before I got back to work. And I open up my Instagram and it just says your account's been suspended. And I'm like, well, what have I done? So I go through the process, and the process is filing an appeal. I file an appeal. Very soon after I file the appeal, I get an automated response saying that they are not going to restore my account. Like, the appeal is irrelevant. So where do we unpack and begin? It is honestly so just wild that social media has become what it has become. I say this all the time, but there are a lot of us who started social media pages years ago at this point. We never planned on being influencers, content creators, whatever the word is. That was never the plan. When I made my page, the Louis Vuitton Princess, 7 years ago, it was a personal blog, and it was labeled as a personal blog, and that is what it was. Over 7 years, I have shared educational content about the brand. I have shared my purchases. I have done reviews. I have essentially created a massive archive on Instagram of authentic Louis Vuitton collections. There are literally bags and collections that there were no pictures of on Instagram before me. I have done the reels, I did IGTV videos, I have made guides, I have contributed, I think, something like over 5,000 posts on Instagram in the 7+ years I have been on. That does not even count my stories or any of that, but just over 5,000 pieces of content. When I told my family and friends that this happened, I mean, they were honestly all just as devastated as me, because they know how many tens of thousands of hours, like, I am not even kidding you guys when I say tens of thousands of hours. It is literally tens of thousands of hours that I put into that page. The pictures, the videos, the guides, the reels, the responding to DMs from people all over the world. They know how much time and passion and energy that I put into that page, and for it to just be taken away just in a blink is insane. I've reached out to support a few times, and I have seen that there really is not very much support at Meta, which is very unfortunate. At this point, Meta is responsible for like a ton of different platforms. Like I know they have Threads, they have Instagram, they have WhatsApp, they have Facebook, they have all these different platforms, and there really is like no support across any of them. I did at some point reach out to somebody at support and get in contact with support, and basically really pressed to get more information about what exactly I did wrong on my account. The main thing that I always made sure I did on my account was that I stated I was not affiliated with LVMH or any of the brands that I posted. Everything that I posted was, you know, my content that I generated. They were my thoughts, my opinions, etc. And the thing that's really odd about that, and why I've started to try to begin to challenge Instagram, is because that sort of content is allowed under the Fair Use Act. But let me backtrack. So I actually get in touch with someone, and essentially they tell me that when I got the emails from Instagram saying my account was in violation, the emails said my account was in violation because I was promoting and selling counterfeit goods. Anybody who has known me in the past decade that I have been collecting and I have been in this community, I have never sold and I have never bought a single counterfeit good. That has literally never happened. So I send in my responses, that's basically preposterous. I've never done that. I share a bunch of my receipts. I share a bunch of authenticity documents, basically this whole PDF where I compile all of this documentation explaining how I can verify that I'm not posting counterfeit items. So they come back when I talk to them again after reaching out again, and they're like, actually, it doesn't even really matter whether the items were counterfeit or not. Your account was removed because you violated a trademark by posting a picture of your handbags, because your handbags feature a logoed trademark. I really need us to unpack that and how insane that is, and how it does not make any sense, and how that justification is not supported by the Fair Use Act. First of all, I feel like a lot of these platforms have lost touch with what the platforms were even originally made for, which was to build communities. And literally, what is the point of Instagram? Okay, I am an original Instagram user. I've had Instagram since I was in high school many years ago. The entire purpose of Instagram is to share pictures, and ultimately get yourself into a community of people who want to share like-minded pictures. That is the point of Instagram. So to say my account is in violation because I posted pictures of handbags, that doesn't even make sense. And once again, under the Fair Use Act, it clearly states that you can utilize trademarks as long as you are doing commentary, criticism, review, educational content. You can use trademarks as long as it falls under that terms. Trademarks and trademark law do not work in the realm of you posted something online that has a logo on it and that is a trademark violation. That is not how trademark law works. If that was the reality of trademark law, nobody would be able to post anything online. That would mean if you posted a picture with your Stanley Cup, which a lot of people are doing, Stanley could say the logo on your Stanley Cup is their trademark and you're in violation. If you posted your car online and it has the BMW symbol, that is a trademark. So there is no real difference to me posting a Louis Vuitton handbag online that I have purchased, I own, I have authenticated. I post a picture of a handbag online and give commentary on it, my own words, while also stating that I am not affiliated with the brand. That is very clearly protected by the Fair Use Act. And the fact that Instagram has been running around removing accounts left and right is just a clear violation on their part of people's rights and protections under the Fair Use Act. So I needed to just circle back and explain to you guys what is going on, what the situation is. At this time, I am still working and going back and forth to try and get my account back. I really hope I can get my account back. Once again, as you know, a lot of you guys know, and I've said this in this video, I've had this account for over 7 years. I have amassed over 20,000 followers. I have not violated or broken any guidelines or rules or anything. I strictly have posted on a personal blog commentary, education, research, etc. All things that are protected under the Fair Use Act. I have posted on a personal blog about items that I have purchased, paid for, and had authenticated, while also stating I am not affiliated with the brand. I have done all of that. So there is absolutely no reason why my Instagram account should be taken down for trademark violation. I don't just make this video to talk about my situation, because this has actually happened to a ton of people, and I'm only familiar with the people that this has happened to in, you know, my realm, which is the handbag realm. But I know this is something that has actually happened to a ton of people, and it is really just extremely devastating. It's hurtful. It is a prime example of how using AI to determine you know, people's activities online is really skewed and just like really not effective. And it is just extremely terrible that there are people like myself who put blood, sweat, tears, years, and tens of thousands of hours into making content just to have all of their content essentially erased. Everything they have worked for and worked on, the brands they have built, everything for years, just erased because an AI bot doesn't understand trademark law and the Fair Use Act. It's very hurtful, and just in like a full transparency moment, it has been an extremely emotionally distressing experience for me. Anybody who knows me know I really don't get upset about anything. Like, I am not really bothered by anything, but in this situation, to have my primary creative outlet in something that I have put tens of thousands of hours of my time and my energy and my passion into over the course of 7+ years, to have that outlet wrongfully taken away is devastating. And the fact that these platforms in the modern era, where these platforms are very business oriented, you know, once again, social media used to just be about community. Now that everything has been, in my personal opinion, ruined by monetization, these platforms rely on content creators to make the content for the platforms. These platforms would literally be nothing if there was not for content creators. So to rely on content creators to make content for your platform for years of their life, and then just wrongfully out of the blue take it away because your AI bots don't understand trademark law, it's outrageous. Like, truly. In a full transparency moment, like, my mental health has been terrible over the past 2 days. Like, I have shed real tears. I have ugly cried because this has just been so devastating. It has been such a, like, a jolt in my day-to-day life, my day-to-day activities, something that has remained an active part of my life, an active creative outlet, an active creative stream. This is something that has really meant a lot to me, and I have put so much passion into over all these years. I mean, my mental health has been in borderline shambles. Like, this situation has been extremely emotionally distressing. And again, I do not just speak for myself, but I speak for any and all the other creators that have gone through something similar with Instagram. It is extremely emotionally distressing, and this is an issue that Instagram absolutely has to do something about. They cannot keep destroying the content creators who essentially made their apps, that essentially made their content, that make their revenue, because people want to see people's content and they have to interact with all the ads and everything else. They cannot keep doing this to content creators. It is just, it's insane. So I did not plan on this being a video that was this long, and I apologize that it is this long, and I don't even really know how many people are gonna watch it to the end. But I wanted to just give this update on what's going on, and you know, I'm gonna keep fighting it. I don't know if you feel compelled to like or share this video, if you feel compelled to you know, comment your experience with something like this. Please do. If you feel compelled to reach out to Instagram or try to share this video with Instagram, please do. But at this point, I am just going through the motions, trying to keep, you know, my head level and get through this like very distressing time as best as I can. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for your support, and I appreciate everybody who has been here over all of these many years. And I really hope that this is an issue that can get resolved quickly. So as always, thank you guys for supporting me. I'm not gonna say I hope you enjoyed this video. I usually do, because this was a pretty sad video, but I suppose I hope you enjoy your snow day, and I really hope to see you again soon over at my page, The Louis Vuitton Princess.